I think last league, I actually got a tabby early on, right? I'm not gonna... fuck off, dude! I'm not gonna fucking accept the fact that I'm in the fucking climb at level 7 area zone and I cannot fucking deal with an essence monster. Dude, if I die here 25 times in a row, I don't give a shit. I'm here to get his juice, like his essences, and I'm not gonna fucking give up. Bro, what the? Stop, stay. What up now? I need my Sentinel friends for that. Yo, fuck off, dude. I'm dead. Safety portal. I will survive. Survive. No, nothing to ghost this one. No. Into more. Yo, what? Yo, what is this fucking monster doing, dude? Okay, let's link this bad boy. Yo, I'm so good at this game. Holy shit. Easy. Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, I want to give you guys the first day or the first review of the league start of Sentinel League. And I'm here on my Exile, which is like a, very bad name. Or at least like not a very creative name. But it took me like 20 minutes to come up with this name, like... Bit of a shoulder clap here. We're currently level 52 in Act 7. I think I played like, I think it was like 8 hours. And as I said in yesterday's video, I'm not stressing myself, right? I'm doing like my league mechanics. I do the side content. I was a little bit in Delph. I was like here, there, you know. But at the moment, I've done like all the quests until like Act 7. And this is when I said like, okay, I'm getting tired. I'm going to record this video now for you guys for an update for tomorrow morning when I wake up. And then we're gonna start pushing into maps and have some fun. So, what is my first initial thoughts about the league? I think, let's start with Sentinel itself. I do think Sentinel is a very, I would say personally, a mechanic that doesn't hurt, which I think is a good thing, you know? There has been leagues in the past where I think they are a bit of a time waste. For example, Blight League, okay? I know a lot of people do like Blight. I know it's like profitable and everything. But for me, Blight is like a backtracking, you know? I see Blight and I know I'm probably going to spend the next 2 or 3 minutes on the same spot waiting for monsters to spawn. And I want to have like a fluent kind of playstyle, right? I do think the same about like something like Abyss, you know? You're probably going from the bottom side and you are currently running in this direction here. Then you open here a breach, and obviously it always opens up to the opposite side, so you're permanently backtracking, and in my opinion, just losing a lot of time, even though it might be profitable or worth it, but it feels kind of clunky, right? Other than Sentinel, the way I treat it, more or less, if I just go back here, Act 6, somewhere, I don't know, like Prisoner's Gate, doesn't really matter, right? So I open the map, basically, I go in, I just open my Sentinels, and then I just keep on, like, mapping, stuff gets empowered, oh, here is another Sentinel, and it doesn't hurt me, right? Unless, like, at least the Sentinels doesn't hurt me, because the rare maps, actually, or the rare monsters do actually hurt, but I want to talk a little bit more about them in a second. So overall, I think the character is doing, for its current state, I mean, it's hard to say. We're level 50, right? So it's not something that is like anything crazy by any means, right? But as of right now, I think the character is doing great. I did the first lap, but I actually died quite often. Oh yeah, Chaos Orb. I'm getting actually rich here. But overall, like, it's Essence Drain Contagion. There is, like, nothing really too special. I think the clear is actually getting better now, since we do have a little bit of area of effect here with my Contagion. Spell Cascade, increased area of effect. So instead of, like, one Cascade, or at least instead of one Contagion, I'm actually making 3. So it's a little bit easier to get the chain reaction basically going. So, what about the new revamped Archnemesis modifiers on rare monsters, or magic monsters? Like, all of these kind of packs do now have these... oh wait, let me fix my microphone here. Hope it didn't, like, screw up the start here in the video. Basically, I don't think I ever died that much in the past couple leagues. So I'm currently Act 7, and I do have 25 death, which probably doesn't really sound a lot for some of you guys, and for some you would say like, yo, why the hell do you die 24 times? And the weird thing is, usually I don't care about resistance or anything in the mapping, or at least in the quest aspect, right? Or at least in the campaign aspect. I can fix all of that once I start mapping, once I have like the double minus resistance coming from Kitaba and stuff like that, right? But now actually, I do run currently Determination and Purity of Elements for ailment immunity and some flat armor basically, just because these rare monsters, they hurt. They hurt like hell. I'm not even running Malevolence at the moment because I cannot reserve it. But what I want to say is like, I get one-shotted so often. I think the unique monsters like Brutus and stuff is kind of easier than some of these rare monsters. Like I could literally just make like probably a 10-minute highlight reel in the start of this video, just showing me having like struggles against some of these rare monsters. So I think a lot of people will now say like that this is bad and this is shit, which I can agree on a certain point, because Act 1 was actually difficult. I think before I killed I think I had like 10 deaths before reaching like level 15 and moving on to the second act, right? But once I started to equip some microtransactions, right? Once getting like my 3-link, and now I actually have a 4-link, now it starts to get better. I think I did like 2 or 3 times in the previous act, so it's getting better, but I still have to say it was rough in the start, especially in Act 1. So I think that's like kind of bad for people or that are new to the game. Like I'm not new to the game by any means, right? And I kind of like try to fix it so I can survive all those kind of things. But if this would be like my first or my second league, and I would be like hard struggling in Act 1, just getting one shot left and right by these Archnemesis modifiers, I would say that would pretty much suck, and maybe it forces me to quit the game. I don't know. Not my experience, not my cup of tea in this regard, but I just can imagine that for some people, this is kind of like a rough situation right now. And thinking about it like in a more advanced way, like I was doing Delve a little bit, and yeah, I forgot about the fact that all the Delve all the Delve monsters do actually have those Archnemesis modifiers as well, and it is in every content. Like they remove the typical rare monsters, right? So I did actually try on like level 51. I tried to do my heist contract level 45, and I just get blown up, man. Those Archnemesis modifiers are kinda rough. I mean, I personally, I like the difficulty. I mean, I don't play hardcore because then it would suck like extremely, right? But in the softcore experience, in the softcore environment, I think I kind of like the difficulty, not like just doing like a no-brainer style and just going through the campaign and then just try to start mapping, because we see if the build holds up until high tier maps. Nobody's talking about white or yellow tier maps, but this time around with these like kind of like monster affixes, it's rough. And now think about it further. What about the 100% Delirious farm in the super endgame stages? What about like Headhunter? How does it interact with all these new modifiers? So this could be quite interesting. I could personally see G2G maybe like nerfing some of these modifiers, because as I said, it is rough. Maybe just make a global reduction, like in the campaign at least, that all these modifiers only have like 50% of the value when it comes to like extra damage or stuff. Because I had like this stone golem, right? And he was just rolling through me, and like I have like 2,000 life, right? It's not insane, but still it's not like bad for Act 7, right? It's definitely fine. But I just like got like half my HP bull demolished just by this stone golem rolling over me, and he had like some bleed modifiers, and so I got one shot, more or less, like first roll took 50% of my life, and then I had such a massive bleed on that I just died, you know? And I was like, bro, this is actually brutal. In the end of the day, I'm running Determination. So no, I don't have any like super layers of defense right now. I don't have like a good amount of like HP and hybrid like armor. I don't have block. I don't have any of these things that I would incorporate into my build in later stages when I have currency. But for the early mapping, or at least the early campaign experience, as I said, it is rough. But still, overall, I kind of enjoy it since it is difficult. But we're gonna see how it holds up, if I'm actually gonna be struggling in somewhere Act 9, Act 10, or how does the first early maps looking like. Good, when it comes to the build, I kept on playing with SS Drain Contagion, so I did start with a Chaos Slinger in that case, with like Chaos Slinger on both my Contagion, with my Essence Drain on a 1-link, I had a 3-link Blight for some single target, and later on I added a Soul Rend as well. But after I reached like Act 5, Act 6, and I continuously like got like rolled over by some monsters, I said like, you know what? I don't care about Spellslinger. I'm just gonna play it manually, like SS Drain Contagion in the classic way, because I don't have the mana to work with Spellslingers, because I want to have Purity of Elements. I do want to have Determination, just to make my life a little bit easier. But I think it's like a bit weird to invest heavily into defense that early on. You know, we are still like in a softcore environment, right? For hardcore players, this might be like the normalest thing ever to like skip out on like every damaging ability, or like auras basically, right? Determination, God, shit, it's early in the morning. Sorry, Malevolence, Zealotry, Hatred, whatever you want, right? But yeah, we're gonna see how it goes from there. Good, let's go over the gems real quick. As I said, Contagion, Spell Cascade, increased AoE just for like this better coverage of Contagion. Then I have like Purity of Elements and Malevolence. I don't use Malevolence yet, but I still level the gem over here. Then we have Essence Drain with Void Manipulation, Swift Affliction, and Control Destruction, as well as here we have Blight or Val Blight with Infused Channeling to give you like this a little bit layer of defense since you're channeling that, right? So you get like this like infusion buff after a certain time. Here we go. With the infusion, you deal more damage types matching your channeled skills gem tag, and I think it actually gives you some defense as well. Not sure. Then Swift Affliction and Void Manipulation. Here is Smoke Mine. The reason why I'm actually using Smoke Mine was just because I did not have any blue gems or blue sockets early on. I wanted to go with like Flame Dash with Arcane Surge or Dash or anything like that, but I was just so starved with like early on coverage, right? I spent like 10 Chroma Orbs on one item and did not hit the combination that I wanted to, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go take a Smoke Mine just to get over layers, or at least like ledges, more or less. So I have like Detonate Mines on my left click, so all I use is just one tap Smoke Mine, literally the same playstyle as you would have with like Flame Dash or something like that. And on top of that, you get like a little burst of movement speed, so that helps me quite nicely. And then I have here just as a determination, and yeah, the items are all like solo self-on basically. I do not have interacted with any kind of PoE trait because I think it's not necessary. I will start doing that once I reach mapping, so this is always like my kind of like plan that I do, or that I follow every single league. I just go up into maps, and once I killed Kitava in Act 10, then I usually just spend my like 5 to 10 Chaos Orbs that I found while the leveling or the campaign process, right? And then I see like 1 Chaos per item. I go PoE trade and just filter out. I need some nice gloves like life resistance on my belt, boots with like some movement speed, right? Some pretty normal res capping stuff with like maximum 1 chaos apiece. And this is what I'm going to do tomorrow basically. With my Purity of Elements, I'm almost res capped. There's like some min-max things. Maybe I find a better amulet, maybe I find a better ring or something to cap that out. Maybe I'm even swapping away from one of the wands and just play like wand and shield and get some resistance there. And as I said, once I start getting into maps, which is going to be tomorrow, then I'm gonna revamp my character and just fulfill all the things that I think will be needed, like res cap, some like better utility, maybe even with a couple more levels going into another cluster of like mana reservation, just to fit like another aura in. Maybe it's gonna be any defensive aura as well as a third aura basically, and then we're gonna go from there and see how things gonna turn out in tomorrow's stream. Good. EUB of this current level 52 character is in the description below. And yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.